Hey everyone, let's talk about a metric that pretty much every Kafka operator has seen, maybe even stared at on their dashboards. Under-replicated partitions. You know the one. It might seem like just a number, but when it's anything but zero, well, that's a sign that your data safety net is starting to look a little frayed.
So here's the thing. Messages are flowing, right? Your producers are writing, your consumers are reading, and the cluster, it seems totally fine. So why? Why does this one little metric going above zero make experienced engineers so nervous? That's the real mystery we're going to dig into.
Yep, this is what we're talking about. You're just looking at your dashboard and then you see it. That number, just sitting there, greater than zero. And it's so easy to think, it's just another piece of data. But really, it's a super critical warning sign coming straight from the heart of your Kafka cluster. Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal, we've got to back up for a second and talk about how Kafka protects your data in the first place. And it all comes down to this really cool built-in safety net, replication. So high level, it's actually a pretty simple but really robust model. See, for every chunk of your data, every partition, one broker gets to be the leader. It's the boss, it handles all the new messages, and then you've got these other brokers that are followers, and their whole job is just to keep perfect, exact copies of everything the leader does. And that brings us to, honestly, the most important concept here, the in-sync replica list, or ISR for short. See, Kafka is smart. It doesn't just assume all the followers are doing their job. Instead, it keeps this special, exclusive list of the replicas that it knows are fully caught up. Think of it like its A-team, you know? These are the only copies it trusts to step in if the leader goes down. And yeah, in a perfect world, this is exactly what you want to see. The number of copies you decided on, that's your replication factor, is the exact same as the number of copies on that trusted ISR list. Everything's in harmony. The system is fully protected, totally redundant. It's beautiful. And here's what that looks like in the real world. You've got your leader, broker A, and two followers, B and C. But the most important part? Look at that status. They are all in sync. This is Kafka at its best, its most resilient. The safety net is totally intact. But what happens when that perfect state breaks? Right? This is where things get interesting. This is where we uncover the hidden dangers that this one little metric is desperately trying to warn us about. Okay, danger number one, and this is the big one. You are way closer to data loss than you think. It's like you're driving a car that had a spare tire, but now it's gone. The car's still running, sure, but your ability to handle the next flat tire, it's completely gone. Let me walk you through how this happens. So, you start out in a great spot. You set your replication factor to 3. That means you have 3 complete copies of your data. Your safety margin is full. You can handle a broker going down, no problem. But then, one of your followers starts to lag. Maybe its disk is slow, or the network's a little flaky, who knows. Kafka sees this, and to protect your data, it does the right thing. It kicks that lagging replica off the trusted ISR list. And right there, in that moment, poof, your safety margin is gone. You are now running right on the edge. And this is where it gets scary. Because now, with only 2 in-sync copies, if you lose just one more broker, could be the leader, could be the other follower, Kafka might have no guaranteed up-to-date replica to take over. And that's how permanent data loss happens. It's that simple. But this isn't just some far-off risk. This can hit you right now. See, a lot of production apps use a setting called acks equals all. It's basically telling the producer, hey, don't tell me this write was successful until all the in-sync replicas have it. It's a fantastic way to guarantee your data is safe. But what happens when the number of in-sync replicas drops? Well, those same applications suddenly start failing. Kafka is literally refusing to take the data because it can't guarantee it can protect it properly. Your apps break. And this is what makes it so sneaky. Your high availability becomes a complete illusion. You look at your cluster and everything looks fine. The brokers are up, the topics exist. But under the hood, that partition that you designed to be resilient now has just a single point of failure. It completely defeats the purpose of using a system like Kafka in the first place. Oh, and the problems just keep piling up. Kafka's magic trick, its automatic failover, relies on picking a new leader from that trusted ISR list and doing it fast. But when that list is small, there are fewer choices. The whole election process can slow down. And your users, they won't see some technical error message. They'll just feel it. The system gets sluggish, data seems delayed. That's the consumer lag kicking in. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. Under-replication is almost never the actual problem. It's a symptom. Think about it. Kafka brokers don't just decide to fall out of sync for fun. It's a massive red flag pointing to a deeper issue. Maybe your disks can't keep up. Maybe the network is slow. Or maybe a broker is just totally overloaded. Ignoring this metric, it's literally like putting a piece of tape over your car's check engine light and hoping for the best. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the dangers. Now, how should we actually think about this? Let's shift gears from just listing problems to building a really clear, simple way to react when you see this, distinguishing between a healthy state and a vulnerable one. Honestly, here's the simplest mental model you'll ever need. If that number is 0, you're good. Your cluster is healthy, fully protected. If it pops above 0, even for a second, you're vulnerable. The safety net is gone. But if it stays above 0 and it's persistent, an outage isn't just a possibility anymore. It's pretty much a guarantee. It's coming. And this is really the bottom line. The best, most experienced production teams out there, they don't just see this as another warning to stick in a ticket backlog. No way. They treat persistent under-replication as a live, active incident. They jump on it immediately. They act before that tiny vulnerability turns into a catastrophic outage. So the next time you see this metric, try to think of it like Kafka is trying to tell you something, personally. It's basically whispering, hey, I'm still running, but I just want you to know, I can't fully protect your data right now. And in the world of distributed systems, that's a message you absolutely have to listen to, every single time. So let's wrap up with one last thought, and this goes way beyond just Kafka. What we've learned here is that the most critical signals, they're not always the loudest alarms, right? They're often quiet warnings. So the real question to ask yourself is, what quiet warnings are your systems giving you? And are you listening?